Have you ever heard of a place on Earth where ships and planes seem to vanish into thin air? A place shrouded in mystery, whispered about in hushed tones, and debated by scientists and enthusiasts for decades? Today, we're re-venturing into the heart of one of the world's most enduring enigmas, the Bermuda Triangle. This infamous stretch of the North Atlantic Ocean, roughly bounded by Bermuda, Miami, and Puerto Rico, has captured our collective imagination like few other places. For over a century, stories have circulated about vessels and aircraft disappearing without a trace, leaving behind nothing but questions and a chilling silence. Are these just coincidences, or is there something more sinister at play? Let's dive in and explore the facts, the theories, and the legends. The story of the Bermuda Triangle truly took off in the mid-20th century, but its roots go back further. One of the earliest and most famous tales involves the USS Cyclops, a massive U.S. Navy cargo ship that vanished in 1918, with over 300 crew members aboard. It set sail from Brazil to Baltimore and was last heard from somewhere in the Triangle's vicinity. No distress signal was ever sent. No wreckage was ever found. It was as if a 542-foot ship simply ceased to exist. The official Navy report could only conclude that the ship's fate was one of the sea's unsolved mysteries. But the case that truly cemented the legend in the public mind was the disappearance of Flight 19 in December 1945. 5 U.S. Navy Avenger torpedo bombers took off from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, for a routine training exercise. The weather was clear. The planes were in perfect working order. Yet, a couple of hours into the flight, the leader, Lieutenant Charles Taylor, reported that his compasses were malfunctioning and he was lost. His last known transmissions were increasingly disoriented and filled with a growing sense of panic. "Everything looks strange," he was heard saying, "even the ocean." A massive search and rescue operation was launched. In a cruel twist of fate, one of the rescue planes, a Martin Mariner seaplane with a 13-man crew, also vanished that same night. It too disappeared without a trace. In total, 6 aircraft and 27 men were gone. The Navy's Board of Inquiry could only report that the cause was unknown. Over the years, the list of unexplained disappearances grew. There was the Star Tiger, a British passenger plane that vanished in 1948, and its sister aircraft, the Star Ariel, which disappeared a year later in almost identical circumstances. Then there was the KC-135 Stratotanker, a military air refueling plane that went missing in 1963. The tales are numerous, each one adding another layer to the enigma. So what could possibly explain these bizarre events? The theories are as vast and deep as the ocean itself. Let's start with the more speculative ones. Some people believe the triangle is a hotspot for extraterrestrial activity. Could alien spacecraft be abducting ships and planes for study? It sounds like science fiction, but it's a theory that gained a lot of traction, especially after being featured in popular books and movies. Another popular theory involves lost technology from the mythical city of Atlantis. The idea is that powerful energy crystals, once used to power the advanced civilization, still lie dormant on the seabed. Occasionally, they might activate, creating massive electromagnetic disturbances or spatial rifts that pull unsuspecting vessels out of our reality. It's a fascinating concept, tying one great mystery to another. Then there are the more scientific, but no less dramatic, explanations. One leading theory points to extreme and unpredictable weather patterns. The Bermuda Triangle is located in an area known for rogue waves, which are colossal, spontaneous waves that can reach heights of over 100 feet. A wave like that could easily swallow a large ship whole, leaving no time for a distress call and little to no debris. The region is also prone to waterspouts and sudden, violent microbursts of air that can slam a plane into the ocean in seconds. The Gulf Stream, a powerful ocean current, flows directly through the triangle. It's like a fast-moving river within the ocean, capable of quickly dispersing wreckage and making it nearly impossible to find. Another compelling scientific theory involves methane gas hydrates. The idea is that vast deposits of methane gas are trapped in a frozen, ice-like state on the seafloor. If a pocket of this gas were to suddenly erupt, it would drastically decrease the density of the water above it. Any ship caught in this frothy, gas-filled water would lose its buoyancy instantly and sink like a stone. If the gas erupted into the atmosphere, it could create an explosive, oxygen-deprived environment that could cause an aircraft's engine to fail or even ignite. But here, A crucial point that often gets lost in the excitement. Is the Bermuda Triangle actually more dangerous than any other part of the ocean? Many researchers and even the U.S. Coast Guard say no. They argue that the number of disappearances is statistically insignificant when you consider the sheer volume of air and sea traffic that passes through this busy corridor every single day. They point out that many of the stories have been embellished over time. Investigations have shown that some mysterious disappearances were actually due to known mechanical failures, human error, or occurred during severe documented storms. For example, some have suggested that Lieutenant Taylor of Flight 19 may have had a history of getting lost and may have confused the islands of the Bahamas with the Florida Keys, leading his squadron out to the open sea. The Martin Mariner rescue plane that vanished? Those planes were notoriously known as flying gas tanks and had a tendency to explode from even a small spark. A ship in the area at the time reported seeing a massive fireball in the sky, right where the plane was supposed to be. So, where does that leave us? The Bermuda Triangle is a captivating blend of fact, legend, and speculation. While many of the individual incidents might have logical, if tragic, explanations, the sheer collection of these stories has created a powerful modern myth. It speaks to our fascination with the unknown and our desire for a world that still holds secrets and mysteries beyond our understanding. Whether you believe it's a paranormal portal, a zone of strange natural phenomena, or simply a collection of embellished sea stories, there's no denying the triangle's grip on our imagination. It reminds us that despite all our technology and knowledge, the ocean remains a vast, powerful, and sometimes unforgiving place. What do you think is behind the mystery? Let me know your theories down in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the unknown. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more mysteries with us, be sure to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, stay curious.